Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into something that's quietly transforming how businesses operate and grow: managed IT services. We're going to look at how something that's often seen as just a cost can actually become a powerful engine for your company's success.
But first, let's kick things off with a question. And be honest, this one might hit a little close to home. Do you ever feel like you're spending more time fighting with your technology than actually using it to move your business forward? You know, that feeling of constantly reacting to problems instead of focusing on opportunities? Yeah, it's a super common frustration, and it's the exact problem we're going to tackle today.
So, that feeling, that constant sense of being stuck in a reactive loop, well, that's what we're calling the everyday IT crisis. And frankly, it's the direct result of a pretty outdated way of handling technology.
This really boils down to two completely different ways of thinking. On one hand, you've got the traditional break-fix model, and it is pure firefighting. You know the drill. A laptop dies, a server crashes, and suddenly you're scrambling for a solution. It's totally crisis-driven, the costs are all over the place, and expensive downtime is just expected. But the alternative is a complete mindset shift. It's moving from reaction to proactive prevention, where the entire focus is on keeping you up and running, period.
So what's this whole proactive model actually called? It's managed IT services. It's where a specialized company, called a managed service provider, or MSP, basically takes full ownership of your IT. And there are two words here that change everything: proactive and subscription-based. We're about to see exactly why they matter so much.
Okay, so that all sounds great, right? But what does it actually mean day to day? What are you really getting for that subscription? Let's peel back the curtain and see what's actually in the service.
You know, a really good MSP provides way more than just a simple help desk. They manage your core infrastructure, the servers, the networks, the stuff that makes everything tick. They handle your cloud services, making sure you're getting the most out of tools like Microsoft 365. They provide fast, responsive end-user support so your team isn't stuck waiting for help. And so importantly, they offer strategic IT planning, acting like your own virtual chief information officer to line up your tech with your business goals. And then there's maybe the biggest piece of the whole puzzle: cybersecurity.
And I really want you to get this. In a proper managed services model, security isn't just another bullet point on a checklist. It is the absolute bedrock. Everything else is built right on top of it.
Okay, so what does that security foundation look like day to day? Well, it's a multi-layered defense. It all starts with 24/7 monitoring, literally having eyes on your systems around the clock. Then, you've got active threat detection to find and shut down issues before they cause any real damage. On top of that, there's proactive protection, putting essential tools like multi-factor authentication in place. And finally, a huge one, they help make sure you're compliant with any industry regulations you have to follow. Think of it like a complete 360-degree shield for your business.
All right, so we get what it is. We get what's inside the box. But what does all of this really mean for your company's performance and, your bottom line? Let's get to the part we all really care about, right? The actual business value.
So let's look at the money, because this is huge. In that old break-fix world, your costs are all over the place. They're just chaotic. One bad day, one server failure, and boom, your budget for the whole quarter is shot. But with managed services, it smooths out into this single, flat, predictable cost. And this isn't just about avoiding nasty surprises. When you actually factor in the insane cost of downtime, the total cost is almost always way lower.
But hey, predictable spending, that's just the tip of the iceberg. The value just stacks up from there. You get less business downtime, a much better security posture, and you get something that is absolutely critical for growth: effortless scalability.
So what does scalability even mean in the real world? It really just means your technology can grow or shrink perfectly in sync with your business. You hire 20 new people tomorrow, bam, their IT is ready to go on day one. You need to downsize a department, you're not stuck paying for services you don't even need anymore. It's all about being agile.
And all of this, it really brings us to the final, and I think most important point. See, when you put it all together, the predictable costs, the minimized risk, the total flexibility, you fundamentally change how you even think about technology. It stops being just another expense line on a spreadsheet and becomes a real engine for your growth.
When you boil it all down, it's really about this. You simplify your IT, you slash your risks, and you actually drive business growth. That's the whole point, to free you and your team up to focus on what you're truly good at.
So, I'm going to leave you with one final question to think about for your own business. I want you to take a really hard look at how you handle tech right now.
Is it just this unpredictable, frustrating expense that you're forced to deal with? Or is it a strategic investment that you're actually using to win? Because honestly, the answer could change everything for you. Thanks so much for joining me.